First, can you tell us your name and what you do for the band?
My name is Matt, and I am the vocalist for Killwhitneydead.
You began the Some Traditions Never Die summer tour about a week ago. How's it been going?
It's been going very good, very good. Some new markets for us, and it's 4th of July right now, so we're out partying here in Providence, Rhode Island. But it's been going very well.
You got any special plans to celebrate tonight?
We've already been grilling out, and we're playing cornhole, and we haven't pulled the vans up, but as you can see, our van is red, and we've got a blue van and a white van over there, so we're going to pull them up even and take some pictures because we got red, white, and blue, so no special plans, just drinking and cooking out, so usual 4th of July activities.
How'd the bands come together for this tour?
Our booking agent got in contact with all of them, and we had never met any of them, except for with Faith or Flames we had played with once before. And everybody's been getting along great. It's been awesome. All new friends, man. Everybody's already buddies. So.
Do you have any good tour stories yet, or from past tours?
I don't really have any good ones yet for this tour, but let's see, past tour. I don't know. I mean, there's always funny stuff of how last tour we all went swimming in the ocean on the West Coast, and we all came out itching and scratching, and we still don't know what that was from. All of us, because everybody with all the bands went in at once, and came out. We were all itching and scratching, and we don't know. And we talked to Carnifex, who are from San Diego, and they all just kind of looked around at each other. So it's still a mystery to us all.
What about your worst show?
Worst show, attendance-wise, would be Iowa City, but that was probably one of our best shows of the last tour because it was dollar beers and dollar well drinks, so we were completely intoxicated. Tony Danza they played with costumes on, and we just got annihilated. And on this tour, our worst performance ever in the history of Killwhitneydead was in Manchester, New Hampshire, but we have some pictures going on that somebody took, and if you saw the pictures, you could never tell that it was our worst show because the kids were going absolutely crazy. It was awesome. We just had too many. They bought it. It's not our fault. The fans bought us all too many Jaeger shots before playing, so we're not to blame.
Do you think the band will ever be able to tour more often than just the summer?
Probably not, because I run a record label as well, and I try and do that in the off time between the summers. So Killwhitneydead is pretty much a summertime band because that's when I can do it. It's the easiest for me. The other guys will tour as the demonstration with their new record coming out, but I'll still be at home working. So.
What about play outside the country?
We are actually working on a European tour and a UK tour. They really want us to come over pretty badly. We just put out our record in February in Germany, so they're covering that. Canada, we want to do, but we just heard Border Patrol is such a bitch, so we're not really sure yet. We love Canada.
Is it hectic fronting the band and running the record label?
Yeah, it is. Because like right now that I'm on the road, I have my girlfriend running the e-store, and she's not too familiar with the whole thing. She's not really in the scene, so it's teaching her how to do things and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of hectic getting it rolling. But yeah, I mean it's manageable. And I'm out here to support the label and the band and meet new friends and meet people that support the label face to face rather than somebody who's online that they don't even know. So.
Have you gotten any other offers from labels that wanted to sign Killwhitneydead?
We've gotten a few, but I've kind of put them on the back burner just because we don't have any new records written. I don't want to mention them, but they're bigger labels, yes, bigger and big metal labels. But I don't want to sign any deals because they automatically throw you into a grinder and put you into the machine to get you spitting out records, and that's never the way Killwhitneydead's operated. Like we were supposed to record a record for this summer, but we just didn't even bother writing a single note. That's how we work. It's like when we're inspired to do it, we do it, and if we're not inspired, then don't. So, and if you sign to a big label, you're just going to get mashed up and spit out. So, I don't want to do it.
So, would you ever consider doing it?
Oh, I've definitely considered it. I'm in constant contact with the labels that talk to us. You know, they know the deal. They've watched the band from the beginning and what we've done, and I've just told them that I just don't want to be thrown into the machine. The next record we do has to be great, so we're just going to take our time at it, do it when we want, so without pressure.
And nothing written for new material yet?
Not a single note, actually. So, but we just I don't know, just got busy with life, and the guys in the demonstration were signed. They have a new record coming out on Media Scare Century Media, so they spent the time writing that. It just seemed like it became too difficult to try and do 2 records at once again, so we stopped.
Who do you think's the next Tribunal band that's going to get big?
Next tribunal band that's gonna get big. Wow. Let's see. That's tough. I signed some European bands recently, but they won't get big in the U.S. because I can't afford to bring them over. But I really like 1,000 Times Repent. They've got a great sound, a good attitude. Hopefully we can get them on the road and push them. So they're an amazing band from Georgia. So, and The Murdered. The Murdered are back on Tribunal after their foray into the major label arena, which never actually it never happened. But they're back. The new album will be out soon, and hopefully we'll just get them into a bigger audience than the EP did. So they're amazing.
You released early stuff from Atreyu, From Autumn to Ashes, He Is Legend. I see the sweatshirt.
Yes.
Those bands have gone on to a lot of success, but they've also changed their sound over the years. How do you feel about that? What do you think of their new stuff?
This is a tough one because they're all my friends. I won't mention names. Some bands, I'm one of those bands. I think personally their sound changed too much. Animosity got way heavier on their new stuff. I love it. And He Is Legend, Suck Out the Poison was one of my favorite records released, I guess, was it last year or the year before? Amazing record. Their new direction, I have to hear the whole thing. I just heard demos. It's definitely a big change. That's not anything I am too into, but I mean, those first 3 He Is Legend records are incredible. So. But I love you guys.
You simultaneously released 2 albums last year. Was that something you had planned, or did you just come up with more material than you expected?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. We were writing songs, and we do it a little weird. We write a bunch of pieces. Sometimes, the guys wrote 12 or 13 songs, and then had all these other parts, and we recorded everything, and then wound up writing all these songs out of everything. And when we started recording, I was like, well, I can't release a 78-minute Killwhitneydead record, so why not? We have enough songs for 2 records, and we just released 2 records. One you can only buy on CD because I'm very anti-iTunes, and I'm not anti-iTunes, but I'm anti-everything becoming digital. So I figure, why not do something, make a statement on my own that says, only available on CD, and fuck the digital format. Don't know if I can curse, sorry about that. I feel strongly.
What do you think about all the downloading?
Legal downloading is fine if kids, I don't quite get it, but if kids no longer want like real artwork in their hands or a physical product and they're happy with something on their iPod, then more power to them. But as far as illegal downloading, it helps a little bit by people finding out about new bands, but I think in the long run it hinders because people still don't buy records. It's obvious. You can see it in the downward sales trends of everything, not just independent labels, but major labels. People aren't buying records anymore.
How did you decide which songs to put on which CD when you released 2?
I tried to break them up evenly. Like, we have some songs that are we have some rock songs, we have some death metal songs, so I tried to break it up evenly, and I definitely tried to make it so it didn't seem that either album was B-sides or songs because there's songs that there's people listen to both records. I've had fans say they like Hell to Pay better than Nothing Less, Nothing More. So it's just a matter of what songs you wind up digging, but I just kind of did it that way. I kind of picked out what style they were and tried to make both albums even sounding, so it just worked out.
Do you have a preference between the 2?
Not really. I just like the whole. For me, it's a record. It's all the songs we wrote. I love all of it. There's some songs on there that I wasn't too stoked on. I won't mention what they are because if I do, then fans will be like, "Oh, I love that song." So I'm not going to say. There's some songs I totally didn't dig, but then I've had fans come up and say they actually love those songs. So it's kind of cool. It's everyone's interpretation. So.